So it looks like you're doing the rotation thing with your forwards and defensemen based on what we saw today?
Yeah, it'll be one forward, one defenseman out of line.
Looks like Roslovic is not in. If that is in fact the case, is it just a rotation thing, or is there something?
It's just a rotation thing. Gus not in tonight. Gus has been great all year. Play Jones, get him a game, and we'll move on to the next one after that.
It looked like with Roslovic, the last game didn't play as much as he had been playing. Is there something that he did that you were not happy with?
You know, I think sometimes you get a feel for the game on, you know, so his two line mates kill penalties and are on the first power play unit, so their minutes are going to be far ahead of his second power play unit gets out for the last 30 seconds or so. And then inside of the game itself, I thought Wenberg's line was playing really well, and I thought that maybe our top line was Johnny Brzezinski's line. And they produced a lot every time they had the puck. They went to the offensive zone, they put it behind them, they turned over pucks or creating offense. And so just getting them out on those ice, those minutes went up a little bit. It was probably a little bit of both of that factors into it.
I don't know if it's every game, but it seems like a lot of times you'll talk about, well, Wenberg's line was good. Wenberg's line, you know, what is Wenberg doing for that line? Like, what do you see, Alex, since he's gone here? What has he done? What has he added?
I think he's responsible from a defensive standpoint in a defensive zone. I think he sees the game really well. I think he's smart defensively. He has great speed and acceleration out of his end and through the neutral zone. And he has the skill level to make plays. I think that line has been good. He and Capo have been good together, and Will's been there. That's been, you know, Will's done a good job, scored a big goal to get us going the other night. So I think that they've given us good quality minutes, and that's what we're looking for.
And with Capo too, all season it was like looking to unlock him a little bit, like to get him going. Is there something in particular with Wenberg's game as opposed to, you know, maybe I don't think it's a negative on Mika or anybody else, but just as opposed to Wenberg's game that is, you know, allowing Kako to play the way he's playing too?
No, I think I don't have an answer on that compared one to the other. I just when you're talking about Wenberg, I think he's a smart player that's got a lot of skill, and he can create. He can slice through areas with his speed, keep possession, and then distribute the puck. I think he's a pass-first guy that puts the puck on other people's tape. In the offensive zone, they seem to have a little bit of chemistry when they get down deep below the circles with how they're moving for each other, and they've created a lot of chances and some opportunities.
Can he be a matchup guy for you in the playoffs too, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the lineup and where we go with it, but yeah, he could.
With Jack, the overall body of work with Nika and Kreider in particular, what have you, I guess, made of that since he's been here?
Well, there's been some really good games where they've been really noticeable as a group of three. For me, it's the speed and the puck possession when they're on top of it.
But is there still more you want to see to really feel like that's solidified going into the playoffs?
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to read any more into it. Then I've got to make two decisions. I called the league. They said no to 20 skaters tonight. So I can only play 18. Those are the decisions I made for today, and you know we'll get through the game tonight and move forward from there.
Are you maybe curious to see Jimmy there? Is that part of this as well? So you get another look at him in that spot?
Yeah, not necessarily. I thought their line was terrific the other night. You know, at some point we'll get back to that, and that line was really good.
With Brzezinski, you mentioned him playing center. I mean, that versatility, how does that help you and help him in terms of your rotation? You played him on the left, you played him on the right.
I think anytime you have a player that's multifunctional and playing all three positions, they're a valuable asset on your team. And you know, there's when you get that, you can, and he also can move up and down the lineup. You know, he's been down the lineup, he's been up the lineup, he's played in different roles for us. So I think having that versatility is really important. That line was good the other night, so we switched it. Goody went to the wing, Johnny went to the middle. I thought that they were pretty. They created a lot. They defended well, and they created a lot. They pushed the game in the direction that they wanted it to go.
Certain guys, it seems like when playoffs come around, they elevate. Maybe their game plays better into that style of hockey. Do you see Will Cooley as a guy with the skill set where, you know, that physicality and all that might make him more of an impact guy at that time of year?
I'd like to think that Will's ready for the playoffs. You know, he's had a good year. He's a rookie, but I mean, we're all going to get in there, and we're gonna get into game one. That'll be our time to shine, including everybody. So playoffs are, you only get so much time to win those 4 games, and you got to get it done. So, but I do think he's had a good year that's prepped him in the right way to be able to get into a game like that. And I don't think anything would intimidate him. He's a big guy. He skates. He's physical. I'd like to think that the preparation of the year has prepared him, you know, for his first go at it.
Rempe back in, didn't really play the last game. I mean,
Yeah.
it's what do you need from him to play and not get ejected 2 seconds into a game?
Probably not get ejected. So he's got to, you know, I'd like to see him establish his game. And like you said, most of the, you know, it was quick the other night. A lot of it's been like that.
Yeah.
I would like to see him play the game, do his job out there, get pucks behind him, finish checks, go to the net, be a plus player. When he's in the lineup and he's been on the ice, he's been able to do that. And so it's nice to get him back in there. That was the plan the other night, but it didn't work out that way.
But is it? I guess what I really want to know is that a function of how he plays? That could happen at any time. Does he have to play smarter, or is it just like a weird coincidence where every time he plays the Devils, something?
It's really difficult when, you know, you're getting, you basically gets challenged quite a bit sometimes in warm-ups, sometimes in the regular season. I mean, in the regular game. You know, we've sent him a message to play his game, and whatever that might incur, but to make sure that you're doing the playing the game part, and you know, be selective. He doesn't have to, like I said the other day, he doesn't have to fight everybody he hits, and he can go out and be a real presence for us inside of the game that he plays. He can skate, he can hit, he can forecheck, he turns over pucks. The line's had a positive impact when he's been out there and he's been playing. We'd like to just see him do a little bit more of that. Certainly get into the game and do more of that. And then things happen inside the game, and you know, he can do as he sees out there. But we would like him to get involved in the game.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.